All right, peace, peace. I'm smiling on the outside, but I'm really not like happy on the inside. And I say that because this is kind of those video blogs that I didn't really want to have to make, but in a way, it's inevitable. You know, this one. Well, first, let me welcome you to the Sci-Fi Express Lane. I'm Jeff Carroll, sci-fi writer. All of that. There's a lot more hats that I could put out and things I can say about myself. But shoot, 55 years old, you should have a lot of things to say about yourself. But anyway, I'm a science fiction writer, and I do this little video blog from that standpoint. That said, I feel that we are in the midst of a wake-up call for Black creators. A wake-up call. It's really a wake-up call. That's all it is. For Black film, Black writers, novelists, and Black comic book creators. This backlash on Wakanda Forever, followed by the backlash on Avatar Part 2, is growing. It's piggybacking on the backlash from the Woman King and other movies, like even before that was Harriet, right? So, you know, we sat around and we, as Black creators, let these things fester, right? And for some of us, it isn't as big of a concern as it is for others, right? We saw them come after Harriet, right? And we say, yo, you put in, you know, this character, this Black dude that was hunting her down. We can't let that slide. We're tired of these slave movies. You know, you're not letting Black people flex their full power. Then we saw Woman King. Okay, they coming after us for Black men, and you know, they were so frustrated they couldn't even see that there was a Black man and Black group men fighting along the Woman King in every battle that the women had, right? But they was like, you're coming for our manhood. And I'm just outlining all this thing because I'm thinking this is a wake-up call for Black creators, all right? So then we got Wakanda Forever. Chadwick Boseman dies, makes it almost seem like there wasn't going to be another Black Panther. Ryan Coogler bails us out, uses the comic book storyline of Shuri taking over the mantle, just until, you know, we decide what we're going to do. People's like, recast, don't recast. Chadwick Boseman slayed it, and I don't know what do you call it, story they had set up for book 2, but the movie 2, but it seems like he was going to get together with Lupita's character, and they was going to have a kid, right? And everybody was like, you recast Batman, you recast Superman, and all that energy, and it was beautiful. You know, I'm down with the recast. I know it's not going to be the last Black Panther we see, right? I know it's inevitable, but I do think it would have been really weird to see the story that he had set up for the second one with a different Black Panther. Now, mind you, when Christopher Reeves died and they do these different Black Batmans, it is never, or the multiple Spider-Mans, they never continue the same storyline. So that would have been weird. One dude playing Black Panther for the first part and then another dude pick it up. If it would have been something like the Superman and Batman and all the Spider-Men, then it would have needed to be a reboot. And I don't think they needed to go to reboot. I definitely didn't hate Wakanda Forever. I understand the circumstances, filmed in the bubble of whatever this COVID thing was going on, so the bar is definitely has an asterisk around it. That's all fine and dandy, right? When we went back to this Avatar Part 2, 12 years later, they come back with another story that's not empowering to indigenous people. Right? So we've got all of these elements coming in. Not to mention that Wakanda Forever took a little Ta-Nehisi Coates BS and threw some gay characters in there, right? And just give it more fuel, right? Now, this is now something that is a legitimate discussion in the Black community. We're talking about our representation in black science fiction and fantasy, right? We're looking, none of this is real. None of this is real now. It's going past Harriet Tubman and the Woman King. This is all fake stuff now. Now we're dealing with fake stuff, right? Full out fakeness, not adapted and inspired by. There's nothing to be inspired by. Black Panther never existed as a superhero. Just like Captain America, just like any of the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, it's all fake, right? All his friends is fake. Wakanda's fake. Then you have Avatar, that's fake, right? There's no Pandora, there's no unobtainium, all that's fake. But what it says is now we are defending and we're speaking out on our representation in these fake worlds, right? Because we know that fake worlds have an impact on real worlds. That's why people put fake worlds together as an analogy. It's a safe space to play out ideas and put warnings. Think the Planet of the Apes, think Battlefield Earth. All those things were created for a specific reason to send a specific message. That's all Black Panther and Avatar are doing. So people thinking deeply about them, yeah, dude, they are deep. And that's why they resonate. And then I'm hearing these creators on social media saying, we don't care about the Dr. Umars. We don't care. They crazy. It ain't just the Dr. Damn Umars. It's a lot of people, black people, that done merged with the I don't want to see no slavery movies sentiment. And there ain't that many black people that there can be that many black communities. I know we ain't monolithic, but it ain't thousands of us. Sure, we all have varying perspectives, but there ain't that many communities out there that they don't overlap. And so what I think is going on is that it is a wake-up call. You know, it is a wake-up call for black creators. Some black creators, you know, were pandering hard to the middle and putting characters in their stories, and they not worrying, you know, doing what they had to do to make their, you know, their sales, right? Then there was other black creators that was like, I ain't doing nothing with no issues and no, you know, my stuff is straight down the red, white, and blue. There's straight, you know, issue and no issues, you know, and I'm ignoring all of that. My story doesn't deal with it. I think for me and black creators like me who always wanted to say something, I think we're safe, right? Now, we always risk people not agreeing with you. No doubt. But for the black creators that didn't really want to deal with any kind of substance thing, you know, kind of wanted to please everybody or step around the sideline, I think it's something of a concern for them. Because I think, you know, they risk getting called out. They risk somebody saying, what the hell is this going on in this? You know, you thought the Wakanda, you know, Ryan Coogler is a cool dude, right? But they came for him. And, you know, he has to take that in consideration. Otherwise, we just ignoring our own people. And I don't know how many people we got to ignore certain groups when they get to a certain size and be like, I don't care what they say. Okay. That's what they say when they're about to be sellouts. You know, when you start not worrying about what your people are saying or feeling, that's when you end up, you know, being considered a sellout. I take in consideration people's feelings because I'm a fan first. I write second, right? And as a fan, I agree and disagree with some of the sentiments that's out here. So yeah, it's important to me, no doubt, right? It's indefinitely important to me how people feel. And with the characters that I write, the things that I produce is a reaction. My first book, Thug Angel, Rebirth of a Gargoyle, right, was in retaliation to me reading Wild Seed by Octavia Butler, where I felt the two black immortals, right, maybe spirits have no color, right? But these were black people first or their first life experience on earth were black, man and woman. And they end up spending the whole book, not only the whole book, but the whole time of humanity watching West Africa fall and watching Africans get enslaved. And they didn't do anything about it except fight over and fight with each other. He was chauvinistic and she was a feminist, or she became a feminist. That's not a story that I want. So for me, it inspired me to write my own story, and that's what Thug Angel became. Thug Angel also took from my frustration with the Brendan Fraser, The Mummy, right? I got frustrated with that, and I said, man, listen, they're going to stop making our great African multi-genius, great, damn it, human being. He's greater than Africa, right? He's greater than Kemet. He's the multi-genius of the humanity. The first multi-genius, right? So for me, that needed to be corrected. Now, my character isn't Imhotep, but he is created by Imhotep, and he does have references to Imhotep. You know, I didn't stay on focus and make it all about Imhotep, but you know, he's in it, right? And I corrected that. But then I think about all my catalog of comics, my catalog of books, my catalog of movies, and you know, they are definitely in awareness of what's going on here in the world and what people feel, what I feel, because I'm a person of this time period. I'm contemporary. Thousands of years later, when they talk about Jeff Carroll, right, they're going to say he lived in the late 19s, 2000, early 2000s. This is the period that we're living in. So I write for the period, and I create for the period. And if the period is having an uprising, then I'm going to be aware of it. And I think either I'm going to capitalize on it or adjust my stuff in alignment to it. So for me, I don't even have to write nothing new. I get to promote and talk about my stuff in a different way that is more adjusted to the time, because the stories are already there. So for people that don't have stories that are able to withstand the scrutiny that our people are putting stories beyond, they're not giving no black person a pass. If you writing something that's not empowering, you're getting called to question. And hold your stories to it. You can't just denounce it because it's Dr. Umar and he ain't built the school yet. Ain't nobody care about that. I got friends that get down with Dr. Umar that's like, yo, Wakanda Forever was on some BS, son. What? So I have to pay attention to that. Anyway, yeah, this is what this one was about. As a writer, you have to keep in mind what's going on in the world. And if you're going against it, then go against it. But know that. I'm planning to write a story which includes some elements on witches that I just learned from this documentary on AMC channel. And I know it's going to be controversial, you know, but I'm game for it. Let's go. I know people is going to have, you know, they're going to be people that feel a certain way. I'm down for it. You know what I'm saying? I've got an LGBT story that I ain't even writing yet because I'm not ready for the backlash. I'm thinking about using a pen name, you know, but anyway, it may get written this year because I want to get back to writing books and stuff. I missed that. Anyway, yo, this is Jeff Carroll, Sci-Fi Express Lane. Like, share, subscribe. I want to start doing some panels. I got people I want to talk to. And I also comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. All four. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let's get it. I'm tired of just going back and forth with people on social media, and I got to type an hour text. I put this video together. You hear my thoughts right here. Let's go. All right, peace.